Hello everybody, it's your boy, the Chaotic Weeb, and welcome to a brand new series. A series where we're going to rewrite the entirety of Bleach. Now I feel like I need to set the record straight and say that I don't believe I could write a better story for Bleach than Tite Kubo. I guarantee if Kubo could go back and rewrite the entire series, he would run circles around me. I'm doing this for fun and the enjoyment of anyone joining me in this journey to rewrite Bleach. Now today we're going to break down and rewrite the Substitute Shinigami arc, the very first arc of the story, and to be honest, most of this arc will stay the same, with some minor adjustments like teasing future arcs, as well as sowing the seeds to close some plot holes and missed opportunities that in the future. Really, everything in this arc is staying the same. Ichigo will still encounter Rukia whilst she is on one of her missions from the Soul Society, and thus Rukia will grant Ichigo Soul Reaper powers, leaving Rukia powerless. Ichigo will still also show Sora, Orihime's dead brother, that suicide is actually a valuable option. This part of the story is very similar to the original as well. Chad finds a bird haunted by a dead orphan and decides his life is worth less than the bird itself, to which he then proceeds to be a badass and beat the fuck out of Shrieker, the hollow haunting the poor orphan bird, without even being able to see him. Trust me, Chad will only get more and more badass moments going forward with this rewrite. The concept of hell is also still introduced in this arc. I'm adding in a scene where Rukia bumps into Ishin. This could be during the events involving Grand Fisher or immediately afterwards. Ishin introducing himself to Ichigo's friend, even making a comment about Rukia potentially being his girlfriend, you know, dad stuff. However, the big thing I'm wanting to set up here is Rukia feels some sort of kinship with Ishin, sort of a familiarity with him, even though she doesn't recognize him being the former captain of the 10th Division. This is to set up the reveal of him being a Soul Reaper down the line. Uryu still has his hate boner for the Soul Reapers, and still mocks Ichigo, revealing he needs a reality check badly. Of course, he begins this with a quote-unquote game with Ichigo, setting off bait for the Hollows. Chad and Orihime both get their time to shine here, with Tatsuki being able to take a hit from a Hollow and not be immediately collapsing from the pain. This is just to set her up her well-deserved inclusion in the series going down the line. Very deserved. The game's climax is the same with that goofy-ass conclusion Uryu came up with that resulted in Ichigo fucking telling the Menos Grandes to go back to where it came from. Here's another change that I'm making to the original source. This is being used to set these groups up for future arcs. Let's see if you can guess who they all are. The difficulty is near non-existence. But there are 3 silhouettes from 3 separate locations looking on at Ichigo and Uryu being extremely racist to that Menos Grande as they smirk in villain. The ending of the arc is exactly the same as it was in the original story. Byakuya and Renji arrive in the land of the living to retrieve Rukia and bring her back to the Soul Society. Rukia makes a very terrible attempt in not getting Ichigo involved, which surprisingly causes Ichigo to go chase after her despite her attempt otherwise. Shocking. So granted, the Soul Society arc the Substitute Shinigami arc is very good, almost perfect, only really needed a few minor kinks in the system. And most of that is stuff that either I've added in for the future, or things that Tite Kubo probably didn't think about all the way through at the time, or just maybe not at all. Which, hey, I don't blame him. But if you're worried that every arc in this series will be near identical, then don't. Because it's going to get pretty wacky soon, and videos will probably last more than 5 minutes in the next part. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Chaotic Weeb saying, peace.